Ayo Panda, do you hear this a lot about like Asian men and how they're like, oh, struggling in the dating scene?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Or like, what I want to get at was, do you think that like possibly we got it all wrong, that maybe Asian men were actually like being more exposed right now through like K-pop, K-drama, and like anime?
Yeah, actually, we actually did a video on this recently, where it's like why Asian men are least desirable, and then we had this one dude, a guest, Jono. He was talking about like
Yeah.
how K-pop probably changed everything. I mean, Asian men are still probably the least on the spectrum. Like they're probably the least desirable, but I do think that like interracial dating, like it got way better for Asian men because of K-pop. Yeah, why do you ask about that though?
Cause like I feel like for me, I personally, do you watch anime, K-pop, or K-drama, or you're not into that at all?
I used to watch a little bit of K-pop, yeah,
Uh-huh.
or not like K-drama, but just like
Uh-huh.
BTS dancing.
Oh really? Cause
Yeah.
I like for me personally, I've never like gotten into any of that. But like I've come across a lot of girls on dating apps where they're like talking to Asian men because they like K-drama or K-pop or whatever.
Oh, I mean, dude, you had some experience dating like some non-Asians, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah.
I've never dated like non-Asians, so I
Dude,
don't know.
shut up,
I never
really?
dated non-Asians,
Dude,
bro.
I wanna, cause we just talked about like dating in overseas in mainland China, right? I wanna
Yeah.
be able to date like someone from mainland China, dude. I feel like
That's weird. So we have the opposite.
Yeah, we have it switched right now.
I'm like the specialist of
Uh-huh.
dating like fobs.
Uh-huh.
You're like the specialist of dating like interracially.
we need to get our one friend on here, dude. Oh, he's got way more insight, huh?
he has the experience of both worlds, bro. But some people they're just scared to like come on a podcast. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. But anyways, yeah. What's your experience like dating interracially, bro? So you felt like they probably wanted to date you because the stuff they saw.
Yeah, cause like like maybe they
BTS.
got like from BTS or like K-pop, anime or K-drama. They just like have this like Asian fetish going on where they're just like, hey, like let me try this, like this shrimp roll, type of stuff going on. I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll give you free appetizer right over here, baby.
Okay, I've never dated like interracially. I don't even think I've even gone on a date with like a non-Asian, but I know what you mean because like I talk to them on Hinge sometimes, and it gets to a point where I just lose interest. But then I do talk to them, right? And I just can't have interest because I'm just only limited to having an interest for my own kind mostly. But I don't have anything against like non-Asians. It's just like I want to date them, but it's just like I lose interest. I'm just like I don't know. But anyways, the ones that I talk to that I get matched with, they're almost always the ones that are just like Asian fetish. Like you see on their profile, it's like I do this. I'm like a director or like a producer or visual creator for like this Asian blah blah blah, and I really like this character. Like I don't know. Like she created like a fictional Asian character because she wanted it to be based off like another Asian real life character. She's like, oh, I'm a writer for this, blah blah. And I took a look at her Instagram, and it's like, she was responding as like some comments where it's like, yeah, I really like how he looks, blah blah blah. That's why I created this fictional character, based off of him, and I really love Asians, blah blah. And I'm like, oh shit, she's a fucking Asian fetish girl.
Yeah, right.
And it's not even just her, bro. It's like a lot of these girls that have Asian fetishes that are non-Asian, they have in their profile K-pop. And
Yeah, they do, bro. Oh my goodness, that's what I was trying to bring up. Yeah, dude.
Exactly, dude. And then it's like all the time you see them.
That's the center of topic they want to talk about.
Exactly.
Like yeah.
Like a big majority of their bio is K-pop. I love K-pop.
Or pictures of them at the concert.
BTS or whatever.
BTS. Like, yeah, look at me at a K-pop concert.
Yeah. And I do think we have to give our hats off to, like, you know, the Korean community, K-pop community, for helping with that, because it has helped Asians on a global scale, bro. I think we are probably like the very least desirable for dating, but I think that definitely boosted up our statistics a little bit more. But I still think that it's still a little bit hard dating interracially, like.
Because you gotta think about, like, what do you call it? The other person's their beliefs and their
I mean, if you think about black guys, a lot of why are you laughing like that? a lot of people in general, like girls, they want to date black guys because what the fuck is that face, dude?
Black guys for what, dude?
Because they got a big thing going for them.
The NBA, huh? Yeah, the NBA. They're gonna get drafted.
Yeah. So then they're probably like a bit curious. Like all races would be curious of this special characteristic that they have.
They run super fast.
Yes. So with Asians though, now it helped us with, like, you know, this K-pop definitely helped us. But before we didn't have shit.
Yeah.
You know, we actually didn't have shit. You know. And then I'm just thinking about, like, all the other races out there that don't have K-pop, that don't have something that's big that's going for them. They're probably still lacking a little bit, you know. Like let's say, for example, I think there's a stat that said Indian men are, like, the least desirable. Don't quote me on it, but I think that's what I read. And then if you just think about it, they only have, like, Bollywood, but Bollywood is kind of like more of like some funny thing, you know. It's not really like something like people go crazy about, you know.
What is that? What is Bollywood?
Bollywood's kind of like the K-pop version of India.
Okay. So is it like a TV show or just music, or
it's like their type of music or something? I don't know. I'm not too familiar, bro. So don't quote me, but I do think that their stuff is probably not like that crazy that everyone's just like, oh, you know, yeah. It's probably more of a turnoff, that if anything. But anyways, so I think this whole K-pop thing has definitely helped Asians on a global scale. So we definitely do need to thank BTS for that, as I've reiterated.
Do you think that us Asians are confined into dating our own, or do you think, like, BTS opening up the door for us to, like, on a global scale to date, like, interracially has opened up, like, Asians to just cross mix everything?
It started a whole movement, bro. It's not even just like music in general. It's just like now we can
like
cross breed, bro. Not a cult, bro. Stop thinking some fucking KKK shit. You always think like it's a cult. On every podcast we do, it's a cult. Yeah. What the fuck? But yeah, it definitely changed so much, like, globally, in so many different aspects. There's probably other aspects, not even in terms of dating, but even just like a lot of political regimes that form from, you know, K-pop. So, but like from a dating aspect, I'm like, damn, dude, like that really helped us with the numbers. And yeah, I mean, your experience dating interracially, like, it has always been fueled from girls who have Asian fetishes, right? Yeah. Have you ever dated a girl who doesn't have an Asian fetish? Like, just a girl who dated, like for example, a white girl. She's only dated white guys. And then you're the first Asian that she's dated.
And she doesn't have a fetish.
She doesn't have a fetish. She doesn't have, like, K-pop loving or whatever. She's just like a normal girl.
I think, yeah, a few Hispanics, some Latinas.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That don't have K-pop.
The K-pop fetish, yeah, they don't.
Really?
But they do have the Asian fetish.
Oh, they have the Asian fetish. Yeah. Okay. That's okay. So
but they're not into that K-pop or anything.
They've dated, like, Hispanics?
Yeah, and they're like, oh, you know, I like Asians better than my own kind. I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting.
You know, that's interesting because I did hear some of these Hispanics or just like non-Asians, they do like to date Asian because of the stability. The culture that Asians promote is like,
oh, the one we were talking about from dating, like, from mainland China, where they just have a checklist.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you guys want to check that out, it's like where I talk about dating Chinese women like straight from China and like they're like fobs. They just have a checklist of like, okay, you have this status. Okay, boom, let's have kids.
We're good. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. So I think that that's probably like what they would probably see with Asian men and women. But I think for Asian men, what we lack is, we're not like that masculine figure. I talked about this too in another podcast episode, why Asian men are least desirable. But dude, talk more about your experience, dude. Like dating like interracially. Like what's like a good factor you liked about that versus like dating Asians, dude?
I feel like Asians, you're just more pressured into like stability and finances. Like, oh, what do you do for work? Like, oh, how much do you make? Like
really
those questions pop up. And then like with other races, it's kind of like more like, oh, like like they're just more like supporting or whatever.
More laid back and
more laid
just
back.
like having more chill conversations. Really?
Yeah. It's not like where you feel like you're being like pressured or like
you're being looked at under a microscope, kind of.
Yeah, like being inspected.
And then whereas like dating interracially is kind of like you're talking to a friend, but you guys have an intimate relationship, a little bit.
Yeah. I have you had that with like Asian women?
Yeah, for sure. But like I will say like whenever I talk to like non-Asians, it is easier to connect with them. Like for guys or girls, I'm not saying I'm bisexual or anything, but just like being friends with guys,
just communicating
like,
with them is easier,
yeah,
right?
It's
Than with
easier.
other like.
And then Asians, because we were taught to be like more submissive, so we have this more like, oh, I'm introvert type of, so then the only thing we kind of know how to talk about is, hey, what do you do for work? And then it's just a checklist. I'm not saying like all Asians are like that, but I do think in China it's more prominent there. But over here in America, it's probably like a lot of Asians having more trouble opening up. You can't talk as many like dirty jokes with them, because that definitely shoos away a lot of Asian girls. And I've had some Hispanic homies. They're like, how do I get an Asian girl? Get me an Asian girl first. Like, what do I say to them? I'm like, well, first you gotta knock off your fucking dirty ass jokes. Like, hey, yeah, you could come over to my house, mommy. You can't be saying that shit. You could say that shit to a Hispanic girl, or like, damn, you looking fine as fuck, girl. What's up, mamacita? But you say that to like an Asian girl, damn, you looking fine as hell, fine China or whatever fucking bullshit. Like I don't know. I'm
how would
just
you
coming
say?
up with
Oh, 你很美，你看起来像你很口渴。
你弄我很口渴。Oh my god, bro. Yeah, you can't say dirty shit like you can't say horny shit like that, I know it's just joking too, but you can't shoot your shot in a way where it's like playful. You can't be too playful with Asian women. And I don't say that because I've dated like interracially. I just hear from like homies that, or I watch homies that date interracially, and I see how like they talk to like Hispanics, white girls, black girls,
their partners.
Whereas with Asian girls, they just like switch it up completely. They're just like more shy about it and just more professional. So I think that if you're like a non-Asian guy trying to get like a Asian woman, or if you're an Asian guy trying to get Asian women, your approach is gonna be hella different. Unless you have like those ABGs, right? Who are just like, they want that degeneracy. They're just like, I want a guy to like smack the shit out of me. I feel like ABGs are more like that, bro, right?
No, yeah, definitely.
I don't know. Like, I feel like ABGs are talking about red flags all the fucking time.
They are a walking red flag.
They're like, no,
yeah.
But they want a Kevin Nguyen who is a fucking red flag, right? And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You guys want to get abused or some shit, bro?
They want to be another Chris Rock story. I mean, Chris Brown.
Chris Brown. I'm like, what the fuck is this, dude? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, ABGs are more on the scale of like non-Asians, I would say.
Yeah.
They want that like dirty talk. But if you want like a fob girl straight from like China,
none of that.
Asia,
no, yeah.
none of that. You can't be saying that shit,
I feel like I'm not afraid to be myself around like Hispanic.
Okay.
But then like my walls are up with like Asian women because I feel like they're more judgmental in a way, or like they have the checklist.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, oh, they're kind of more like, I just feel like under pressure when I'm like on a date with a Asian girl. Like, oh, like, you know, like I have to think about all this stuff. But like when I'm on a date with a Hispanic girl, I'm just like, oh, you know, like I'm chill. I'm just like, you know what, let it be. You know, like, oh, I don't have to worry about like anything. I could just be myself, type of thing.
Oh, okay.
You know, like it's just the vibes. Like sometimes I feel like when you're on a date with Asian women, they're just like, oh, they're going through a checkbox. Like, oh, does he make this much? What does
Well,
he do
not
for
even
work?
that. It's because you're just more rowdy as a human being. So
No, yeah, I might come off for some
you're more
people like
playful.
strong.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, a little bit more
For
like,
Asians.
Yeah.
So then, like, I think that's why, like, some Asians, they might be like, dude, you're fucking, you're too crazy. You're too extrovert. Or you're too, like, you're too out there. You're like a sociopath a little bit.
Yeah, me
Not
and my laugh.
sociopath,
Me and my laugh
but-
for sure.
Yeah.
They're like,
They
oh
might-
shoot, who's this guy?
They might hear your laugh and they just get turned off by it. They're like,
"Oh,
what the
shoot.
fuck?
Yeah, what's going on, guys? Is that Joker over there?
No, but I think it's also the Hispanic culture. They have more of like a, you know, they have like fiestas, right? And then if they have fiestas and Cinco de Mayo, their culture is more so like, you know, kind of like a party culture. You know, the city close to us, La Puente,
Yeah.
predominantly Hispanics. I'm not trying to be like racist or
Racist,
anything,
yeah.
but they do have like a party culture where it's just like in high school you go those La Puente parties. It's always like even like the mom and dads, they're like helping out with like
party?
pouring jungle juice. Like that's wild, that's lit, you know. But you know, there's no right or wrong, but it just more so is just like that's why it kind of translates to why they're more accepting of your rowdy personality. And whereas Asians, you know, Asians are more like reserved, so you can't really be that crazy. You know, you have to be a little bit more professional. And I don't know, yeah, it kind of sucks, but that's
one thing I like about like the Hispanic culture is like I could feel like I'm vibing with them a little bit more.
yeah.
But like for Asian culture, what I do like about it is just
Are they more
the
stable?
stability. Yeah, the stability part.
Really?
Yeah.
So Hispanic girls are local?
They could get, you know, spicy or
Hey.
feisty sometimes, you know.
Okay,
I'm just-
what about in terms of like job stability and looking for like work culture? I recently had a conversation with like a Hispanic friend of mine, and then he's a really well established Hispanic friend, and then he did say that these are his words, not mine. He did say that the Hispanic culture, they do teach you how, like the parents do teach them, hey, you should go be a doctor, lawyer, engineer, whatever, right? But because they're working blue collar jobs, the kids don't really have like a role model to idol after, so they don't really pursue that. They just end up going for blue collar as well. Whereas Asians, it's like white collar. My parents are white collar. Asian parents are mostly white collar, right? So then they end up just going for like a white collar because they see their parents do it. Do you feel like Hispanic or Latina girls, because they're probably going for like blue collar, or the girls you dated, they're not really that ambitious with their work or making money?
Like what we're talking about on
that's-
another video with the boba girls.
Yeah. Does that turn you off, like with the stability thing? And you see Asians are better with that?
It does turn me off a little bit, but I do see that like they're trying, you know, like
Yeah.
they're going to school or like they're going to college or like they're trying to like higher or further their education more.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it does kind of like, I wouldn't say turn me off, but it kind of worries you.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh shoot, like, are they kind of just gonna like stay
Freeload?
like this, freeload, or like are they gonna like help contribute in any way down the road, or are they just
I
kind of
mean,
here?
Asian women are like that too. There's like a lot of brokey Asian girls I've dated that can't make fucking shit money. So,
Oh yeah.
you know, I mean, there must be something else, bro, that you're thinking of. I don't know what it is, but you know, I will be a little bit more optimistic because my Hispanic friend, he did say that like the Hispanic culture, like girls, they do get taught like to be more loving and like more traditional of a housewife. I'm not saying that Asians don't. Asians do, right? But I think that Asian is slowly starting to, like Asian girls are slowly starting to have that feminist mindset to be like a modern woman and be like, why the fuck should I do this for you? Why should I do that?
Yeah, I do notice that a little bit more with Asian women.
Yeah, it's starting to get like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
We did have like a video of like the spread of feminism.
Yeah.
Me and Axel, we talked about like how feminism is spreading across like Asia, and he said it's spreading across like, you know, Mexico and he mentioned, yeah, I mean, there's still like pretty traditional over there, but you know, it's spreading. It's a lot better than America though.
We need to get you on a date.
We need to get Axel back
dates.
in here.
Yeah.
We need to get me a Hispanic girl.
A Hispanic girl, white girl, you know.
Yeah, dude. I never had a white girl or Hispanic or any non-Asian actually.
Do you find any other languages to be like attractive or appealing to you? Does any other language turn you on, or is it just like, oh, my like Chinese is like you know, like,
Oh,
do you
like for
the
example, if I
sound
talk to like a French girl, honestly,
Like, is there any type?
I'm way too busy to like care about other languages that turn me on. Like maybe if it's like, okay, this girl I used to date, Australian accent, that was pretty hot. But then aside from that, it's like I'm not gonna listen to a girl speak French because it's sexy. But, like
But
if
there's a
anything,
voice like, would you want to talk to a girl that sounds like a straight up man? Like she got two balls hanging down. She's like, "Hey, yo, what's up, man? I'm pulling up right now, dog." You know.
no, the voice definitely makes a big difference to me. I want a girl with like a sweet
"Hey," or Japanese like, "Hi, arigato gozaimasu. Hello, hi."
Oh, fuck. Yeah, dude, that shit turns me on, bro.
Oh.
That shit turns me on. I love that.
Oh,
I can't have a manly ass voice, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely so many points increase just because like her voice is like cute.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, like Latina girls have cute voices though, right?
No, yeah, like what I like is just like I like hearing them speak Spanish. I'm just like, oh, you know, like I like the way Spanish speak. Yeah, I like.
Shit, show us some of your Spanish skills then, dog.
I don't got
Essay?
any.
Fuck, I'm gonna get jumped. Can't say essay. Yes,
Yeah.
show some of the fucking Hispanic, dog. Show some of your Spanish. Did you take Spanish too in high school or what?
Yeah, dude, but I forgot most of that.
Yeah.
I only know like some simple words, you know, like.
I got up to Spanish too, and then I
Spanish
switched back to Chinese. I was like, fuck this shit, bro.
It's funny how there's
I kinda regret
Spanish
it.
people in Spanish class and
Yeah.
they're learning Spanish.
No, like same with Chinese, bro. It's just I want that easy A, but I kind of regret it, bro. I wish I learned Spanish a little bit better. Be
Wow.
pulling a lot.
Oh, Hispanic chicks.
You could fucking order in Spanish too. You could talk to like so many people in Spanish, dude. There's a lot you could do with Spanish. I don't know, man.
Dude, especially because we live in California.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, a lot of Hispanics.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it was a good talk about like interracial dating. I think we did touch up on like K-pop, how it made everything like so much different for a lot of Asians, and again we have to thank BTS or K-pop community for that. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, and then we'll see you guys next time on Controvert Podcast. Peace out, guys.